Everyone, what's going on, everybody out there? Mr. Sandman signing back in real quick on the other edition or episode of the Council Roundtable 67. That's how the motherfuckers in down south say it. 67. They don't say 7. They say SEN. 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 You know what I'm saying? Episode 67. Council Roundtable. We talk about the old fashioned wrestling, let y'all know what's happening. First and foremost, shouts go out to Sheamus. I heard he about to get married. You know what I'm saying? Shouts go out to him. Who would have known? Definitely happy for the brawling brute. Oh, I didn't even get to see the end of the SmackDown. I was watching a couple of parts of SmackDown. I see the Legado del Fantasma entrance. I was watching a little bit of that match also. I watched the Ronda Rousey and Emma match. You know what I'm saying? I caught a couple of things here and there on SmackDown. Shouts go out to you though, Black Star. Real quick. You know I like to start off the show with this day of wrestling history, right? There we go. In '89, Halloween Havoc was held at the Civic Center in Philly. The main event sees Ric Flair and Sting go against the Great Muta and Terry Funk in the Thunderdome cage match, which can only be won when either Ole Anderson for Flair Sting or Gary Hart for Muta or Funk throwing the title on their team's behalf. Additionally, the cage was electrified to prevent interference and to stop anyone from leaving. The match outcome is decided when Muta tries to attack guest referee Bruno Sammartino, but gets knocked out of the ring by Bruno with a huge right hand. Gary Hart jumps up on the apron to object, so Ole attacks him, causing Hart to launch his towel. Bruno takes that as submission, and Flair and Sting take the win. In 2000, Bret the Hitman Hart officially announces he's retiring from wrestling. He was fired via FedEx by WC. Yo, damn, WCW loves just sending motherfuckers a letter in the mail telling them that they fired. That's, I would say that's some pussy shit. That's some fucked up shit. But you think of it like this, right? Would you rather get fired from home? You know what I mean? Or would you rather you go all the way to work? You spend transportation money to get over there to get fired. Like, what would be more worse? It was War Games before War Games. Flair turned heel. I believe the following clash, I believe. Let me drop this link real quick, though. Let me drop this link. Here, there's a round table. All is welcome. Just make sure you respect the table. That's all I ask. Anybody's welcome to the round table. Just respect the table. There you go, right there. Bam. But yeah, man. Everybody remember when this dude, Bret Hart, basically announced his retirement from that deadly super kick from Goldberg. And I normally dump on Goldberg on this show, but I'm not gonna dump on him because, when it comes to this particular instance, let's really be real. We all know Goldberg didn't mean to do that. It was a freak accident, and it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate what happened with Bret Hart. Let's move on, man. That's like what he needs to do. Bret Hart needs to move on because he's still harping on it till this day. Black Star on the back. What's going on, Black Star?
Nothing much. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you good. You good.
All right, thanks.
Welcome to the roundtable, buddy.
Well, thanks. Um,
Okay, we got somebody else in the back chat. Hold on.
all right, go ahead.
Ego H.
I just want to say, I think we should sign CM Punk to a contract.
You bugging CM Punk
What's wrong with
retiring,
you?
man.
My wife's a slut. I can't have sex with her. She's on her period.
Damn, she's a slut and on her period.
Yeah.
That's why I sleep with them.
She's got big tits.
Yeah, I see that nonsense with Emma. Like, why would they bring back Emma just to take a loss? And I'm not even trying to hear, oh, it's for the bigger scheme of things, what may have you. No, like they couldn't bring back Emma, in a better way. Yeah, she had a real good match against Ronda Rousey, but what the fuck? Emma's
Like I
already
believe,
back and she's already a jobber.
Yeah.
I believe that she's in there for the tag division. Like her and Chelsea Green would make a good tag team. That's the only
Yeah, I heard
possible
about that too. I
explanation.
heard Chelsea Green is supposed to be showing up also, but I'm not gonna lie, because you already know the attention span of wrestling fans nowadays. We already don't give a fuck. She came back and lost already. Good match or not, she already lost. Mm-mm-mm.
That's all you really need. Just need a good match. Kind of put your name out there.
Well, her name been out there. It's not like we don't know who she is.
Yeah, but she wrestling in front of like 30 people. That's not much of a name.
Well, she ain't getting known on Impact. She had got known in WWE at first.
Did I call it or did I call Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler teaming up?
Yeah, you did, man.
I tell you, man. I'm telling they're listening to our shows or something.
Yes, they
Something.
are. Yes, they are. Like I
They're
said
doing
before,
something.
I don't give a fuck about the numbers. They be watching because we say calling shit and it just happens.
It happens all the time.
Seems obvious
Uh,
that, that Shayna
Word.
and Ronda would team up.
well, it
He's the
makes
rest of
sense.
the
It's a good team.
MMA horsewomen.
It's a good team.
I call them the new Wrecking Crew because you remember before the Horsemen formed, you had Oli and On. That's a Minnesota Wrecking Crew. So I guess they the new Wrecking Crew.
There we go.
Yeah, but they need the rest of the four horsewomen to come along.
Well, I mean, what Charlotte? Who's the other one? Charlotte, because she got a horse face. I mean, she'd be perfect.
And
Let's talk about
you already
Ronda.
see Bailey's already tied up. Bailey's already with a stable, and Sasha Banks, she's still out.
Yeah, I don't know what her deal is.
She might be back
Sasha
for
just,
Survivor Series.
yeah, Sasha just waiting until Boston.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, she doesn't need them. She can go to Hollywood. She don't need them.
So just let her do the movies, and then when Boston hits, she'll come back.
Yeah,
You know what I think it is? People just want her back to see what Triple H is going to do with her, given the fact that, Triple H is in this position right now. So it's more speculation than anything. Maybe Triple H could book her better.
she might be like the first Brock Lesnar female to get like the contract, limited dates and pay per views and all that shit. Oh wait, premium events, whatever it's called.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I was saying from before, I questioned that bullshit from before. Oh, premium live events. Come on, get the fuck. It's a pay per view. And then
Yeah,
I thought of it
exactly.
like it's actually not a pay per view.
Yeah, not technically speaking.
Yeah, like I never call it a premium live event. I just say pay per view.
I just call it
What time
garbage
is
for
that?
3 hours.
But if you think of it, it's actually not a pay per view anymore. Like when it comes to AEW, they still do pay per views, but not
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah. Basically 3 hour nap time. That's why I call it WWE's programming.
No, you can't. As of late, you can't say that. As of late, you know what I mean. Especially when we do our watch parties, you know what I mean. We've been having fun. So
Yeah, what's good? What's good?
good, man. You know what I'm saying. We got a new guest over here, Black Star. Shouts go out to him for pulling up.
Yo, what up? What up?
So man, but in some aspects, AEW is worse. I don't get why they turned MJF face. That makes 0 sense.
Hmm.
0 cents.
I
That's
agree.
because they. That's because they didn't turn him face, dude.
Mm,
It's someone they keep teasing it. Remember, remember what he did from before when he had that match with Willie Yuta and the firm jumped Willie Yuta and this dude MJF was standing there like little reluctant, like what the fuck are y'all doing? Why y'all jumping and whatever. It's like they keep teasing the face turn, or they probably might be testing the waters.
He's a tweener, dude. I said this the other day. MJF right now, and for younger wrestling fans, they may not get this analogy. MJF right now is The Rock in 1998 because The Rock was a heel, but he was so good, the fans started cheering him. And then the peak of this was his match with Triple H at SummerSlam 1998, where again he was like, I don't know if you remember like the story to that match. He was
Of
doing all
course.
kinds of he was doing all kinds of heel shit. Like I remember the one segment on Raw where it was like the whole nation it's just fucking stupid. The whole nation was alluding to running a train on China. Remember? Fucking China surrounded in the ring, and Mark Henry was like, doing the whole tongue "what's up" thing at her. Well, like Rock was so fucking charismatic that the fans couldn't help but cheer him. They had the match at SummerSlam. Triple H won the match. He won the Intercontinental title. But after that match, Rock was cheered, and then they turned him face. But then, if you remember, later that year they did Survivor Series, and who won? Rock did by turning heel. Remember they did the whole what was it? What was it, Nate? Didn't they do what was it, the screw job again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like yeah.
like wasn't that
when
Devil
So
he
Games?
became the corporate champion.
yeah, the corporate champ, right?
That was
Yeah.
Devil Games, right?
Yeah. So MJF is in that same spot where like he's a heel, but like the fans are cheering him, and so it's like, well, he can try to be tweener, but it's like you can only fight the fans for so long. So they got to make a decision: are they going to go tweener or like full on face? I think it's tweener. That's what I think they're going to do. But
I
that's
mean,
just
I
me.
always brought up
mistake
the
either
point
way.
like he could be like Bret Hart. Remember Bret Hart? He was always cheered in Canada and then booed in the United States. They can do some shit like that.
Right.
You know?
But in a way, Brett was full blown heel. Cause let's really be real. WWE is a American based company. Only in
Heel Brett was
only
funny
in
though.
Canada he was a face. What you
Yeah.
said, Black Star?
I said heel Brett was funny.
Oh hell
Yeah,
yeah!
Oh
but
yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
if you
I
want
used
to
to love when
stick an
Brett was
enema in the United States, you stick it in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
he used to come out. He used to come out in the wheelchair and just mark out of everything.
Shit,
Where
I don't know if y'all know, but today actually was a day where this dude Bret Hart announced his retirement. I mean, I announced that this day in wrestling history before you guys pulled to the roundtable. Today was the day he announced his retirement. This dude Bret Hart.
What
yeah,
was that? 2000.
Yep,
thanks to
2000.
Goldberg.
That super kick to the face by Goldberg. That's what ended him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And this dude's still salty about that to this day. And You can, it's like rightfully so, but at the same time, come on now. We all know Goldberg didn't mean to murder Bret Hart.
I think what sucks was before the match, Brett told Goldberg, "Whatever you do, don't hurt me." And Goldberg was like, "Okay," and that's what he did. It's stupid.
Damn. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
It
Brett
was
took
just
pride in
like
that.
it was just
Yeah,
a freak
Brett-
accident. Like
Yeah,
maybe
Brett's
Brett
old
whipped
school,
off the
bro.
rope. I was
Yeah,
gonna say, like, who knows? Maybe this dude Brett whipped off the rope a little bit too hard at that velocity.
Yeah,
Because
Brett's old school, dude. He's old. The reason why he takes that so salty is because Brett takes pride in the fact that he never hurt anybody in his matches, which doesn't seem like that's rare, but apparently it is rare because I guess at some point, botches happen, but
right,
apparently he never hurt a single person in any
nope.
of his matches. So Brett takes that very seriously. So
Yeah.
from what I heard, it
It's just
wasn't the case.
crazy. It's like you're supposed to live by the sword, die by the sword.
Yeah.
But in Brett's case, it's completely different. Like he died by the sword, but never even used the damn sword.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I think how it's going to end is Goldberg and his wife are going to be on the beach, and then Russo's going to come with a shovel, and Brett's going to be there and going to hit him in the back. They're going to bury him in the sand.
Oh shit! Bacon, nigga, cheese. My favorite corner store sandwich.
Goldberg, yeah, injuring Bret Hart.
Do you put Taki?
And made him the angry old man. Yeah.
Hey yo, with bacon, egg, and cheese, the funniest wrestling name I've ever heard. I don't know if you all remember the Law live audio wrestling, like the Canadian dudes used to do podcasts like in the early 2010s. They used to do like fan shout outs at the end of the show, like they were reviewing WWE and TNA. One time Meltzer was on the show and Meltzer said, I think this guy donated $10 to the show. And Meltzer was like, shout outs to dried chicken without flavor. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I forgot about that motherfucker. He used to be everywhere. That damn name. Fried chicken without flavor. Some shit like that.
Fried chicken without flavor.
Yeah, that motherfucker was like that ultimate wrestling troll. He was like in every fucking chat. I remember that dude.
God, that's terrible. That's terrible.
But yeah,
hold on. Yo, I hope your bum ass keep running that stupid play because I'm gonna fucking destroy you.
He must be watching the game.
No, I'm playing Madden.
No.
It's like people just cheese. They run the same bullshit over and over. It's like, oh, you think you're gonna beat me that way? Well, nah, that ain't happening. And I guarantee he's gonna quit after like the first quarter.
I thought you were salty about the World Series. I was like, isn't today game 1?
Yeah, I think today is the World Series, isn't it?
I'm not salty about the World Series because you know why? I knew that was gonna happen. The Yankees, you can't build a team where all your players are just trying to hit home runs. You're not gonna win a championship like that in the playoffs.
That happened from before. There's been plenty of times the Yankees had a whole bunch of fucking sluggers.
Yankees were never known as.
Verlander's never won. Had never been a World Series type of pitcher though.
Yankees were never known for just we're gonna rely on 2 hitters to crack home runs. Now they had 2 great hitters in Tino Martinez and Bernie Williams, but never it was, we gotta hit a home run or we don't win. That's not how the Yankees play. Pitching and defense. The Yankees. Not even with Clemens. I'm gonna go before Clemens. Let's remember, Yankees only won, I believe, 1 championship with Clemens.
Are you talking about Cone?
Yeah, either 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think it was either 1 or 2. Was he there in 2000? Yes, he was.
2000. I don't think he won in
Yeah, because that's when Clemens was about to retire. Yeah.
I'm not sure he was there in 1999.
He was there in 99. Yeah, they beat the Braves. He was there in 99. He won.
So it must have been 2 championships then.
It was 99, 2000.
He came in on a late trade. Yeah, there we go. He came in a late trade of the season. And the the Yankees wasn't as strong as 1998, but they were still strong enough to win. But there was always
Was it Clemens
pitching.
in '98? Was it Clemens there in '98?
No,
No.
he's with Toronto.
He was with Toronto.
Oh yeah, that's when he led the league in ERA.
And the thing was, they picked him up because David Cone started to slow down. He wasn't as hot as he used to be. They just lost David Wells. I remember that.
Yeah, Wells went to
'Cause,
Toronto.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I forgot about my dude David Wells. Yo,
Yeah. After
yeah,
that
man.
phenomenal,
Yeah.
season he had with 98,
Yeah.
he left.
He's
he
definitely
went
an
for the
unsung
money.
hero. Motherfuckers don't talk about him enough. On this
He-
dude David Wells. I forgot about that dude.
Yeah, he took the money, which I don't
Yeah,
blame
he
him
went to
at some
Toronto, right?
point.
Pretty sure Wells.
I don't know if he went to Toronto,
Nope.
but no, I definitely remember him on the Yankees.
He went to Chicago first,
Oh,
then went to
Okay.
Toronto. But he was still on fire. He's like, yeah. And now at that point, David Wells was like, all right, I got a couple of how many years left on me, so I'm gonna secure the money now. And I think Steinbrenner wasn't willing to pay him because they was like, okay, we don't get David Wells. We think Mike Messina is gonna be the answer. That didn't pan out too well.
we should
Not
have pitched well
David-
though for the Yankees.
Shit. But anyways,
Came in the Yankees.
so what
Came in
happened at
the
the end
Yankees.
of SmackDown? I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
Bray came
nothing
out.
more
Go ahead.
than the
Go
Scarlett
ahead.
and Drew McIntyre situation.
Oh, so wait, Karrion Kross and Madcap was the main event? Because that's the last thing I seen. I was watching it, and the last match I seen was Karrion Kross against this dude, Madcap Moss. Was that the main event?
The main event segment was the Bray promo.
Okay.
Oh, you mean when Bray's fighting himself? That's his rival
It's not-
right now.
It's not Bray.
I know it's Uncle something.
Uncle Howdy.
It's like
Yeah.
Uncle Howdy. Isn't
Howdy.
Bray. You can tell.
Man,
Howdy
listen, man. Unless Uncle Fester shows up on TV, Bray can fuck off.
Well, goddamn.
Adams family. Did.
I don't give a fuck
Like,
who
guy-
uncle it is.
It's some guy from the Indies named Tyler Bateman.
Especially if they saying like, oh, it's gonna be Vincent from Impact. Like, come
Who the
on.
fuck is
It's not
Vincent?
Vincent either.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. Who is that?
That's
He's
some guy
he's from
from
the
Tyler Bateman.
he's from Honor No More. That dude, that white dude with the dreads.
Oh, the Bray ripoff guy. That guy.
Yeah. Like, is he a perfect fit? I guess. But it's like that's gonna be the first layer in this whole Bray Wyatt storyline. Vincent.
Look, man, I've already cooked on Bray. At the end of the day, man, smoke mirrors, pageantry, different personalities. I don't give a shit, man. At some point, you got to get in the ring and you got to fucking wrestle. If he gets in the ring and he starts wrestling actually good, coherent matches, I'll take back everything I said. Till then, he can fuck off. That's all I care about.
Like in my honest opinion, I don't think Bray's showing up until Survivor Series.
Yeah.
You say you don't think Bray should be in Survivor Series?
He ain't gonna
I don't
show
think
up
he
to
shows up.
Survivor Series.
So,
Or act
He
like a
won-
match. Right.
I ain't gonna lie, he
That's-
should, because isn't he supposed to have a stable?
yeah.
They don't-
If
they
if
still
he's
don't
gonna
know.
have a stable, they should definitely be at War Games.
They
I had
still
to,
don't know who they
I
want
had to
stable
school
be.
this dude.
I'm saying that he's not going to wrestle in a match until Survivor Series.
Right. I had to school this dude on Twitter. This one guy was like, Toph, like, you talk about how Bray never wrestles, but he was like, oh, but MJF never wrestles and you like him. I'm like, yeah, the difference between MJF is MJF, first of all, he actually cuts compelling, coherent promos and people actually know what the fuck he's talking about. And two, when the bell rings, MJF can actually back it up and have good matches. Bray can't do either. And until he does, he can shut up. That's all I got to say about Bray.
The thing is with Bray is that like I said from before, they ruined this motherfucker. Every time he wrestles, he loses. So his credibility been shot for years.
So what do you guys
He
think
took
about
all
them?
shit following buzzards, but he always loses.
We just don't know
Still don't
who
know
he's
what the
gonna
fuck
be.
following buzzards even mean. Why the fuck gotta keep following these damn buzzards?
Hey, I like
Motherfucker,
the.
if
Hey,
you following buzzards, and it's making you lose. I don't want to follow those buzzards.
I like the buzzards. Leave them alone. All right. We
Well,
follow
you
the
must like to
buzzards,
lose
man.
then, because he following buzzards and he's constantly fucking losing.
Look, bro, it's not about losing, man. You just gotta have like it's like
It is about losing.
you
It's
gotta
It
have
definitely
a
ain't
about
good
about
match,
losing.
bro.
losing.
People
It's
don't
a
pay money to see a Bray Wyatt match. If you're a face, then your job is to get me to want to see you kick another dude's ass. If you're a heel, I should want to see you get your ass kicked. You're not going to talk to a single fan out there that says, "Oh yeah, man, I bought this pay-per-view, live event, whatever, to see a Bray match." He doesn't have it. He doesn't have that one match. You know,
Well,
you can't put
actually,
all that on
I don't
Vince. You
know.
can't.
He's a top seller right now.
I didn't say
That's
he
what
was
I
a
heard.
top seller. I said no one's watching his matches, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to deliver in the ring to be a top guy, to be a main eventer. You know, selling merchandise. I get it. You know, marketable. But at some point, bro, you have to wrestle. Look at every single top guy in WWE history: Hogan, Michaels, Bret, Cena, Orton, even Roman. They can all go. I'm not saying you got to be fucking Okada, but you got to have a match. You can't do it. That's what I'm
Sammy
waiting
has
for.
You can't not drop your way out of this, Hokey.
That's my issue with Bray, man. That's my issue with Bray. Every time I talk to a fan about Bray, it's like, oh, don't worry, man. It's a big story. Like, dude, stories. No matter how good a fucking movie is, okay? Whether it's Casino, Godfather, Goodfellas, at some point, there's the big climactic fight at the end. Okay? You
Or
don't want to see a
somebody's getting
long
shot.
you don't want to see a long 3-hour movie and it's like, you know what? Movie just ends, right? Like, no, there's got to be a big climactic fight. It's got to
Damn,
be
man. What the
good.
fuck is up with Nate's fucking internet? Yo, are you using the old school antenna with the aluminum foil on the tips?
Nah, he got
Listen.
broadband.
But I feel you though, Tove. But I also say this: ain't nobody gonna pay to see a loser. Last time I checked, motherfuckers was rushing to the seats to watch Barry Horowitz fight because they knew damn well he was gonna lose.
What was
Like
Bray's
motherfuckers
last
want to
win?
see a winner. You could be a
But
bum.
what about this for a good comparison? Sami Zayn loses consistently, and yet he's over as hell.
Hey, he's about to be
Big-
called Sammy Uso. All right, first off, don't
You
disrespect.
got a point. You do got a point, but here's the difference. Here's the difference with Sami Zayn. Like this dude put in so much fucking work for like decades. You know what I'm saying? He's almost bulletproof, and then not only that, he's in this real compelling storyline where we're ambitious to see where it's gonna go.
And
Like
no
Sami
insult to
Zayn, let's
Sammy.
really be real. Sami Zayn got the luck of the draw.
And
We
no
all-
insult to Sammy, because at some point, you know, the turn will come, you know, and the bloodline will jump him. And that happens.
And he will be
And
our
that's what
next.
we all waiting for.
Right.
We
But
don't.
until
Like,
that
Sami
comes, though,
Sami Zayn is a
until that-
different case.
right. But
Like
He's
until
gonna
that
be our
comes,
next.
though, up to this
Go ahead,
point,
Tom.
Sammy has. Until that comes, though, up to this point, he's been a comic relief character. When you're comic relief, you don't gotta win. Then when they jump him, that's when he won't be funny. You know, he'll do more serious direction. You know, so
He can doink the clown.
You do
I wouldn't
know
even
he's
say
gonna be-
Doink the Clown. Like his case is something rare because he can lose a lot. Because we just want to get to that. Okay, we know what's gonna happen. We know what's gonna happen. He's gonna eventually become the top face of SmackDown. Maybe even the whole company. We're
He's
just
gonna be
waiting
the
on that.
heavyweight champion at
hey,
WrestleMania.
I'm curious now, guys. When was Bray's last actual like big win in a real match? I really don't know. What was it?
Yeah, you gotta. Yo, that's a good question.
Daniel Bryan, I believe.
Daniel Bryan?
I think so. When he was a Fiend, yeah. With
When
that,
was that 2021, like the beginning of the year?
You do know
That's
he's
what-
gonna
even
be the
before
next
then.
heavyweight champion. You do know that, right?
Like about
Huh?
2020. I
Yeah, but
believe.
didn't he lose to Goldberg?
You do know
Yeah, he lost
Sammy's
over
gonna be the world
at
heavyweight
Crown Jewel.
champion, and it will
yeah,
happen. At
yeah. I
WrestleMania.
want to be surprised, and I think That would be, if done right, I think that's the right move. But how would they go about that? Would they have Sami
Fine.
Zayn win the
No,
Royal
hold
Rumble?
on, R. Who you want as champion then, bro? Really? Who you want champion?
Now hold up. We talked about this before.
I'm just hold on. Wait, Tove. Hold on. Like he's acting like I'm not saying that you wrong.
Not him. He's like, who do you want champion then, bro?
Motherfucker, I didn't say that. I said that.
No, that was me.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Carry on.
Down, R. It ain't always
carry on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What I was saying was the thing about Sammy is that there's an awkward thing that they gotta work on if he's gonna be the champion. You know, it's the fucking Saudis, man. They go there twice a year. You know what I'm saying? And he's not allowed over there.
That don't mean he has to stay champion, but come on, they
do. Sorry, my voice is.
Drink some water. Take your time.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. They do 2 Saudi shows a year. They do one not long after Mania, and then they do one around this time of year. So if he was to realistically, like, okay, let's just say the story plays out, right? Sammy wins the Rumble, and he actually faces Roman and beats him, and he becomes champion. Well, April and May, they're going to do a Saudi show, and they always have the world title at the Saudi shows. So that would be like immediately right after. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have to work on something out there. You know, like, honestly, I'm not against the idea. I'm just saying, you know,
I think they're going to say the hell with Saudi. They ain't going to stay.
They should.
I don't know about that. They definitely not going to say the hell with Saudi.
I believe Cody Rhodes beats.
Yeah.
What you said about Cody Rhodes on Black Star?
Like, I believe Cody Rhodes beats Roman.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We always saying that from before, but it's like so much shit done changed since Cody's been gone.
And Cody, we don't know how strong he gonna be with that pec.
Right.
He ain't Cena. I'm sorry. Say what you want about Cena, but Cena was a genetic freak. I don't expect Cody to be as strong as Cena.
The thing about Cody was when he left AEW for WWE, it was a good move for him at the time because WWE lacked credible main eventers at that time when he first made the jump. But when you get hurt, other people get over. And when other people get over, that's when shit changes. Sammy's over now. So that idea could actually happen. And even though I still think he sucks, the reality is Bray's also over. And, you know, Bray and Roman have unfinished business as well. You know, because I believe, Roman beat Strowman in The Fiend, right? For the Universal Championship. And what was the word that Roman used exactly? What was it? You're just a freak? Something like that? You said it. I think Sandman said it before.
You're just a man that wears a mask.
Right. Then what did he say to Braun? You're only a monster when I'm around or something like that. But those are 2 unsettled beefs right there. So it's possible.
You're gonna have to build.
Oh my God, that damn internet. Bruh,
we gotta have to
let us know if you're using AOL.
No, I'm using.
Yeah, you sound like RoboCop right now, my dude.
Bruh's using AOL.
Fuck, man. I'm using the internet at work. I'm using the Wi-Fi.
Just leave and come back. Try to leave and come back again, Nate.
Bro, man, that's like, you sound like Daft Punk's next album. I can't wait. Work it, make it.
Hey, let us know how that American Online internet works. You got the dial tone?
American Online.
Yeah. Some of y'all might be too young for that, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have internet back. I didn't have internet back in the day. I heard that back then, people was on the internet. You had to be off the phone. That sucks.
Yeah.
You had to be off the phone. My grandparents had that, and bruh, it'll be so annoying. Like at 9:00, that's when you can talk to your honeys. But they on the damn.
He calls for you that night,
bro. Dead ass online for like over 2 hours looking at Undertaker reviews.
Yeah, I'm 35. I understand what AOL is.
Hold on, Black Sauce. Say something now, Nate. Let's see how you sound.
I got the Wi-Fi back on.
There you go. Much better. There you go.
But I'm gonna see if it kicks me out again.
You sound much better. Go ahead. Say what you got to say before it bums out. Go ahead.
Oh no, don't worry about it. No, I was talking about fucking Michael Myers and Jason wore a mask. Fuck Roman. So there you go.
But that was actually, we was all surprised when he came back on that. That was just a real epic part of the whole damn pay-per-view and shit. He just came out of nowhere and just caught the Fiend with the spear and just was talking all that shit. Like his whole swag was different from that one running alone. It's like we knew, like, he might be going somewhere different. You know what I'm saying? He's not wearing the bulletproof vest. He's wearing regular clothes or sweatpants, whatever.
He got on his violent shit. What we've been waiting for.
When he got his teeth done.
Hey,
all that shit.
Remember that time Roman fought Braun in what was it? Jordans? I could have sworn he was.
Oh hell yeah!
that was a good look.
Shit, him and Strowman, they had like the best feud around that time.
I'm not finished with you yet.
That was so bad. It was
Roman still rocks one.
So great.
So what y'all thoughts on these dudes? Legado del Fantasma. I ain't gonna lie. When I seen that their entrance earlier, that shit looked fuego as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I really can't wait to see what they do with them. Maybe hopefully they'll bring some more light to the middleweight division. And then you got Zelina Vega there, with the mouthpiece, and she just fits that group like a glove.
Well, the only problem is they're feuding with Shit Row.
Nah, man, they ain't Shit Row. They Hit Row. Wait, you said Hit Row? I meant to say they're Death Row. That's what they're, Death Row.
Man, them dudes been trashed from day one. I can't stand Top Dollar.
We was talking about it in the text. We was texting each other about that shit. And I was saying that, they definitely missing that swerve ingredient to the whole recipe. That's what they're missing, though.
I don't give a damn.
You can tell that they're really trying. Like, look at Top Dollar, for instance. When he just ran up the top rope with ease like that and stood on that top rope.
No, I give Top Dollar credit for trying, but fuck Swerve, man. Fuck Swerve.
I'll tell you what would save them. It'll never happen because it's WWE. What would save them is because they already got enough titles, but what would save them is if WWE had a trios division and you just absorb Hit Row you absorb them into the Profits and let it be the Profits and Top Dollar as a trio and have the Ashanti.
I'm not a fan of that either.
Well, please that's the only way I can
no more belts for them. Please no
more
belts. I think what would save them if they was to stay healthy and they could stay in the tag team division. I think that's what they're needed for.
Well, if you're
I agree.
if you're starting like a trios division, just add R-Truth to it and let R-Truth be serious for once in his life.
No, they blew their chance with R-Truth, man. I'm sorry. I don't want to see R-Truth with no secondary titles no more in my career. Unless they gave him the big title, that's the only time I wanted to see R-Truth. I'm sorry. And
that might work.
Hell, this version of what's that guy's name? Not that version. Which version? Goddamn.
TNA.
No. When he was feuding in 2012, R-Truth. That was my
Awesome Truth?
Yeah, I just said it. The truth shall set you free.
Yeah, thank you. There you go.
Yeah.
That's my R-Truth I remember.
Remember when him and The Miz was coming into the ring and rapping?
I remember when he smoked a cigarette on John Morrison and the crowd was chanting, "That's illegal." It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's illegal. Good stuff.
That's when they did the riot and beat everybody up.
That gets lost in translation because right after that, Punk cut the pipe bomb, and everything else just got buried. Nobody remembers what happened before that. But yeah, that was right.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, Nate. I'm sorry to hear that, my dude. I don't know, man.
That was after
So your job to step it up with their damn Wi-Fi, B. What the fuck? Tell them, like, look, man. Yeah, I can't be kidnapping me, and I can't talk about old-fashioned wrestling on the council round table. Tell them they're bums.
That was after the pipe bomb, remember, because it was a Hell in a Cell match with John Cena and CM Punk, and Alberto Del Rio came in and did some fuck shit
and cashed in.
No, not that shit was after.
No, the character. That was before the pipe bomb. Because when Punk cut the pipe bomb, he interrupted Truth and Cena in a table match. Truth won because Punk interfered. And then Punk went to the top and then he cut the pipe bomb.
Yeah, actually cut,
yeah. But what you're talking about did happen later that year, though.
And you know what's the bullshit about that? The bullshit about that is that whole pipe bomb overshadowed this dude, All Troops win in that tables match.
It overshadowed everything. Everything got buried after that. The Real got buried, Miz got buried, Truth got buried. Pipe bomb just it buried everything. So, but I liked them as a team. I liked the Awesome Truth versus Rock and Cena. That was a good match.
It was. Yeah, it was. I don't remember it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember how the actual match was, so I can't call that one.
It was good.
Then little Jimmy.
It was definitely the highest spot Truth ever had in WWE.
Definitely, yeah. I'll agree with that. Because what other time this dude is in the same ring with The Rock?
Then little Jimmy came along and that fucked everything up.
Don't remind us about little Jimmy. But we did get the really segment with R-Truth and your boy Christian.
No, what was the segment? I don't remember. What was it?
After they both lost their championship match, R-Truth
and Christian came out and said,
and they was like, really?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then R-Truth was like, Jimmy. I was like, oh no, they lost.
The one I remember was I want to say it was 2009. It was Christian and like every black dude that was employed at the time in the Survivor Series match. It was like Christian, MVP, Henry, Kofi, Truth, and Christian's like, I won't lie to you guys, I feel uncomfortable. And like, what's wrong? He's like, and then Chris is like, I'm the only guy that's from ECW. And then I just busted out.
Oh my goodness. Shit, what's he doing as a late with his this dude? What's his name? Funkadactyl.
Oh, what?
Luchasaurus. I said Funkadactyl. Luchasaurus.
Christian's hurt, so he's doing a mouthpiece for Luchasaurus until he can heal up.
Yeah, and rightfully so. I think that's what he should do. I think he should be a manager for this dude.
Yeah,
why not?
I think Luchasaurus can be like AEW's version of like what TNA was for Abyss. I like him. Good big guy.
So basically, he's Kane.
Yeah.
AEW's Kane. There you go. I can see it. AEW's Kane. They need those larger-than-life characters.
Like a more athletic.
And think of the merch.
Yeah.
They should have been capitalized with the merch for Luchasaurus. They should have been, selling masks for kids and stuff like that. Kids love dinosaurs.
I remember when AEW first started, like when it first started down here in Atlanta, there was a bar where they were showing AEW and NXT. And I remember the three most over acts on that first show was everybody down here, they were super into Luchasaurus and they were super into the Street Profits. But Street Profits got caught up right when it started, so that was just bad timing. But yeah.
Does anybody remember Luchasaurus's first gimmick?
Or like in
No.
WWE?
Yeah.
What was it?
Luchasaurus was in WWE?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
wasn't he in developmental? Was that what it was?
No, he was on the main roster.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Who was he?
Yeah, he was a Carney character. If anybody has
Yeah.
not Paramount, Peacock, you would see Luchasaurus without the mask.
Oh shit! Pull out the phone.
Wait, hold on. He said he knew karate?
No,
No, I think
I said that you would see Luchasaurus without the mask,
Mm-hmm.
And who was he?
and he was like a
Yeah,
Carney
you
character.
lost.
You said what?
Like I promise you, go to Peacock right now. You will see exactly what I'm saying. He was a Carney character.
A
Oh,
Carney.
He
Barney
didn't have a mask
character.
on. He had
Yeah.
the same facial hair. I think his
What
name
was he
Cesaro.
part of the Rosebuds or anything like
I was,
that?
I was just thinking that. I was
Yeah,
just
he
thinking
was part
that.
of he was part of oh boy, he was part of the Bill DeMott era. There were a lot of people that were there. Yeah, Kenny Omega was there. Eva Lise was there. Marty the Moth Martinez from Lucha Underground, he was there.
Oh
Luchasaurus
wait, so
was there.
he's one of Bill DeMott's guys.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
when Bill DeMott was in charge of developmental. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry about what happened to his daughter because that was really shitty. But
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't like him, and so they got rid of him. And that was when they brought in A Train and Regal. And then when they took over, that was when you started to see Black and Gold NXT, and you started hearing all these positive things about developmental. So
So what
I
happened?
know
was
what
there
I know what
when,
he's referring to.
When Teddy Long did that talent initiative bullshit.
Yeah,
That's when Luchasaurus was there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, was that with the first? That's when Bischoff just showed up on Raw.
Yeah, around that time.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, I think it was Dusty that was the one that was supporting the dinosaur gimmick. I think certain people didn't like it. They didn't think it was going to be any good, but Dusty was like, keep doing what you're doing, bro. And he kept at it. So,
And here's the thing, like they really gotta sell that shit. Maybe not now because he's a heel or whatever. But when they go back to being the face, they should really sell that shit. It's like what I was talking about with Jungle Boy. Like him and Jungle Boy, they could have had those vignettes with, they could have been on some type of shit like they're not in the woods anymore. They're in amongst civilization and shit. They're trying to figure out their way around civilization.
You don't like Jungle Boy, man?
to
No,
your
I
point,
do
Sandman.
not.
Hey, Sandman, to your point, if you notice, they're getting away from that. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah,
that.
little bit because why? Because they figured out it was stupid. He's not a
Yeah,
real
they-
fucking caveman.
Yeah, referring to him as Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Soon I bet you it'll just be Jack Perry. Or
It's gonna be Jack Perry because it makes sense. This dude does not act like a jungle. He doesn't act like Tarzan in any way. It makes no sense. So I'm glad they trying to, get away from that gimmick slowly but surely. Like I was saying from before, he should end up transitioning and merging or morphing into this motherfucker to his dad. He should be that type of character, Dylan from 90210 type swag. That's who he should be.
True.
The fuck?
You know,
Oh, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
know what I heard the other day
Shit.
that really questioned a lot of things that I was thinking. Somebody said like,
What?
"Oh, Maria is booking the women's division at AEW." That I said, name one time Tony Khan listened to anybody but himself. Don't worry, I'll wait.
You said Maria was that's a rumor going around. Who Maria? Maria Kanellis?
Yeah, Maria Kanellis.
she was booking for Ring of Honor's women's division before they died. Then TK, he bought Ring of Honor, and as far as I know, it's just him. Maria's signed to AEW, but she's not signed to be an in-ring performer. So, she's probably just going to be a manager. I don't doubt she probably would like to have some creative influence, but
yeah, maybe she might be like a consultant. Yeah.
What her non-talent ass know anything about writing a wrestling match?
Well, we don't really know, bro, because she never really had a chance to show what she could do because Ring of Honor died, But yeah, as of right now, it's a black.
Man, look here. The only thing Maria's good for was laying on her back.
Here we go. I knew it. I fucking knew it. He had to say it. He had to say it.
What?
I knew you had to say it.
She's definitely a better manager. She's a better manager and a better talker than fucking Scarlett. But
Scarlett's just hot in a creepy way. That's about it. Her face ain't.
You think she's creepy? I don't think Scarlett's creepy.
The problem with Scarlett, she doesn't do anything.
Her gimmick is creepy,
she's
bro.
Just there.
Her gimmick's creepy with the makeup and the paint. She definitely
Scarlett's better looking than Maria.
But I mean,
she is better looking than Maria.
I just don't think I don't think she really does anything in WWE. She's just there.
She's the eye candy.
If you want eye candy, you can watch porn, bro. I don't need eye candy in wrestling.
No, hey, look. As long as she's not in the ring, about to kill somebody or kill herself, like Eva Marie type shit.
Nah, I'm sorry. Shotzi's more eye candy than Maria. At least Shotzi got a body.
Shotzi's ugly, bro. All those tattoos.
No, she's not.
Tacky,
she's not ugly. She's not ugly. It's the tattoos,
bro.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of tattoos either. Like a chick with mad tattoos. That's not sexy to me either.
I get it. Y'all not tattoo fans, but she's pretty fucking hot.
No, man. It's not that I don't. It's not that I dislike tattoos. It's just that the thing is, it only looks good when you're young, bro. Once you get old and your skin starts sagging, you age really badly.
Well, here's the thing. We're gonna be
her fucking arms look like mashed potatoes.
We will be dead by the time Shotzi gets old. She's only in her 20s.
Motherfucker, speak for yourself. What the fuck you mean?
The problem is most folks that get tattoos.
I'm sorry,
they're not thinking about
both of us.
Next
both
week,
of us is gonna die with eating some good old fried chicken one day. So it is what it is.
Hey, fried chicken is where you get your strength.
Nikita Lyons.
See, that's the thing about tattoos, man. Most people that get tattoos, and this goes for men and women, they're just thinking about what looks good at the time. They're not thinking about 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now. I
wouldn't really say that though, Toph. There's some people that get tattoos like in the right areas, and it won't like look crazy when they get older. Especially if you get an expensive tattoo with that long lasting ink.
My stomach. I
ain't trying to be mean or anything. I'll give you some examples. Like, they still look good, but like look at Trish now and look at Lita now. Trish still looks pretty good. Lita though looks tired. Very tired.
You know why that karma's kicking on her twat.
You know how many tires were kicked on her ass? She got more miles than.
But then plus Lita took out her empire. She took out everything that made her look good.
Hello, okay, there we go.
There you go. There you go.
Lita got more tire treads on her than Michelin, so
damn son.
Come on, man. The only thing that was good for Lita was when she got her titties done, and that was about it.
Yeah, damn man. What's up, everybody's internet connection? Yo.
Like what about Nikita Lyons?
He was talking all that shit about Nate shit. Look at him. You talking all that shit about Nate shit. What happened?
I think the algorithm don't like me. I can't be talking bad about
man, you keep calling them sluts and all that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, wrestling is full of sluts. Speaking of new sluts, even though she's not, but she's kind of young for my liking. Apparently, if anybody's watching NXT Up,
I'll level up.
This is this is Jakara's in-ring debut.
That's Toph's show. Toph always be putting us up on Level Up.
Yeah. And
I never heard of her.
Yo, Level Up? Yeah, man. Yeah, when I played Sonic Heroes, Level Up.
Yeah, I don't think anybody watches that show, but she's probably going to be the next attractive girl on the wrestling roster. But we ain't going to see her till like another 2 years or so. I
Oh
don't know.
no, I think Nikita Lyons is that next big thing. She's
Yeah.
gonna be
No.
that next. She's gonna be that next bitch next year.
No, she
Nikita Lyons is gonna be that bitch.
no,
I
as
would
a
see that
sex
shit
appeal,
happening.
as a
I
sex
think
appeal, Nikita got it. But this girl here is just going to be like on a drop
I
dead
think
gorgeous.
NXT should do a contract with what's that porn company? Vivid? Because like that's all I see. I just see a bunch of porn looking chicks.
Man, look, they can't do that. Like, because remember they're a publicly traded company.
It's a joke, bro. I'm talking about how they all suck.
You sound serious. I'm not. You sounded listen.
That was a joke. I was being serious about it.
He right about that because Lash Legend is trash.
I mean, we was watching last week. Sam, man, and I. We was watching that NXT show.
Yeah, we was.
Laughing our ass off, man.
Well,
And
Halloween
the chicks I saw in the ring, man, they were not
Halloween
ready.
horror. Halloween horror.
You just want to say Black Star?
NXT.
That's another
I think
record.
I think NXT.
Damn, Black Star. You saw the breakup too, Black Star. Say that again.
I said that's another strike on HBK's record.
Oh yeah.
Lash Legend.
Who? Lash Legend?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's his prodigy. Shame on him.
Is she from the NIL project?
No,
I think so.
I don't know where she came from.
See, I've been saying this for a while. See, when Triple H
She
was
went to
there,
A&M and played basketball.
when he was running NXT, what he was doing was he was just recruiting. He was recruiting actual women's wrestlers. But after he had his cardiac event or whatever the fuck you want to refer to it as, now
It was a fucking heart attack.
Right, exactly.
Cardiac
Ever since then, the women's division is going. It's so dumb because they got rid of Johnny Ace, who was a big advocate for it. But like they're basically going back to the Divas era, where they're looking for like they're prioritizing girls that are not from wrestling. They're prioritizing like gymnastic girls, like college athlete girls, models, and it's like that's okay. Like they don't all have to be wrestlers, but it's got to be a balance. You know,
I know why they. You know why they doing that, right? Because they took that same risk with Bianca Belair, and they think they're gonna find the next Bianca Belair, and it's just not gonna work.
Right, just like that Gable Stevenson dude. They think every time they get like an Olympian athlete, they're going to be a Kurt Angle or Brock Lesnar. It's like not everybody's a freak athlete. You can't.
Actually, his brother's doing great.
Yo, hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yo, thanks a lot, Marcus. Definitely appreciate that. You know what I mean? Just keep on spreading the word, B, and you can pull up too. You know what I mean? It's all goody. And let females know too. You know what I mean? There's female wrestling fans out there. Let them know about the Roundtable. Appreciate the love.
I actually like what they're doing with the gold medalist winner. They're not pushing him in yet. He got time. He gotta get it down pat first. So keep him in the performance center. I'd rather him be like that than what they did with Lash Legend, who's just absolutely sloppy and horrendous in the ring.
See, a chick like Lash Legend, she should be a manager. Because she definitely got the look. You can't say she's ugly. She know what I mean? She got the look.
Yeah, if you like weed down to your fucking back, yeah, go ahead.
That's the style nowadays. All them chicks be getting that shit, the weave all the way down to their knees.
Scott, we talked about this, bro. Remember WWE? I know it's your first time here, Black Star. So this is like the barbershop. Feel free to speak your mind. But we talked about this.
Yeah, we don't hold no punches.
The past couple of years, WWE they've been throwing bones at the black community. They've never catered to us. It was like we didn't exist, and it was like, to me, it goes back to Kofi Mania. After Kofi, won the WWE title. It's like someone upstairs was like, holy shit, black folks actually watch. Let's start marketing them. And all of a sudden, you started seeing all these gimmicks that you would see like on BET and shit. You know, she's one of them. You know?
Yeah, but I
Bianca
don't want to see
Belair
a
and all
love and
that.
hip hop in WWE. No, thank you. That's what turns
Hey,
me
man, it's
off.
got an audience. I don't agree with it, but it's got an audience, man. They're going to keep pushing it. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. It's all about, everybody always say like, "Oh, WWE is hard to touch. They don't know what's going on. They don't have
If
to.
they-
They don't have to post.
Or if
They
they're
don't
gonna
have
do
the
that,
finger on the pulse of the streets." Hold on, I got you.
if they're gonna
Hold
do
on,
that, just bring back Sasha
I
Banks. I
got
just
you.
bleach my eyes.
Hold on, bacon, egg, and cheese. Relax. Hold on, I got you. But WWE always is accused of that. You know what I'm saying? And when they start to appeal to that masses, it shouldn't be a problem.
Just so you can tell,
They have
for real, like the Raw theme right now, like they don't do intros like they used to. But have anybody noticed the Raw theme's a rap theme now? You know, they never had rap themes for Raw. It was always grunge, rock.
Yeah.
You know, now
The best who will be the best rapper they'll get? Flow Rider, Pitbull, Kid Ink.
Wrestling should always be grunge. I don't know. That's me.
Well, yeah, it should, because it coincides with it. Just like hip hop. Hip hop coincides with wrestling also.
It's just a damn shame that they struck gold with Marilyn Manson and the Beautiful People, and you can't bring that back. That was the best intro ever.
I think for wrestling hype packages, grunge works better. But, I'm open to seeing different stuff.
I ain't gonna lie. That's what made me watch SmackDown, was the fact that the intro was Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let King Mike know, B.
Nothing like the Beautiful
Well,
People.
hold on. Marcus Brown said, y'all should come together and ask King Mike to join y'all. He's losing his love for wrestling because all the crap going on in the toxic IWC, like JD and Wrestle Talk. Okay, here's the thing, right?
What's going on with JD?
I guess he's against JD and stuff. I'm not against JD. You know what I'm saying? Do we say shit that I don't agree with? Of course. A lot of people say shit that I don't agree with. And I know we can all agree to that. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't that type of party over here. We're not just gonna sit there and just bash JD or Wrestle Talk or whatever. We got our own thing going.
I think JD is that girlfriend that was hurt by WWE, and he's on a personal vendetta against them. Because remember, his baby was NXT, and when they took that away from him, that left a bad taste in his mouth.
My beef with Wrestle Talk and all those UK fuckers has always been the same for years. They have a channel called Wrestle Talk. Let me say that again. You have a channel and a website called Wrestle Talk. Wrestling. You talk wrestling, right? There's all kinds of wrestling promotions out there: WWE, AEW, Impact, MLW,
right.
New Japan, and all they talk
There's supposed to be
about
all types of wrestling.
all they talk about is WWE, and the only time they got out of their WWE bubble is when AEW existed. Now all they talk about is WWE and AEW. And the only time they don't talk about WWE or AEW is if a wrestler from a different company is leaving to go to WWE or AEW. The only time they ever talk
it's basically
about
they're just WWE fans. And
basically.
I always said from before, like if you know what I'm saying, if you only watch WWE and AEW or only one of the other, you're not a real wrestling fan. You gotta watch all different types of wrestling. I be watching motherfuckers like shit, backyard wrestling, all that shit. I just found a random YouTube channel on YouTube.
You watch backyard wrestling?
I watch all that shit because I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a fan of the sport.
Well, here's the thing.
One of
the reasons why I love Botchamania so much is when Botchamania does those botch clips. Botchamania will do botches from everything.
Exactly, they show everywhere.
Random indie shit.
You remember the intro? I've been to the danger zone. I'm like, what?
Yeah, B. We talk about all wrestling over here, B. You know, it's not only WWE, AEW, Impact, whatever. We try to spread the love amongst everybody.
I ain't gonna lie. If Impact had more than 20 people in their arena, I'll probably watch it.
But that's the thing, though. Like, and that's one thing I don't like. Oh, okay, that's one thing I don't like. With JD from New York, he can sit there and make fun of Impact because they don't have that much people in the arena. What may have you, my dude? How much people is in House of Glory?
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
Produces House of Glory.
Just because you don't have a lot of people, you know, in the venue, don't mean the content sucks or the wrestling sucks. Like look at the Roundtable. Look at us right here. It's just here chilling, talking about wrestling. That don't mean we don't know what the fuck we talking about.
It's
you know
just about fulfilling a narrative, bro. Just like a couple
like
of
NWA,
LOL, TNA,
right? NWA and NWA, they really popping right now when it comes to the in-ring aspect and stuff like that. EC3, he doing this thing. You got my dude, what's his name again? Jetro Holiday. That was his name from before. What the fuck his name is now? The champion.
You support EC3.
Wait, you talking about what was his name? He used to be in a tag team in WWE, right?
Yeah. What the fuck was his name again? Damn.
Yeah, I forgot.
About,
Trevor Murdoch.
You know what I mean? The fat cowboy dude.
Yeah, Trevor Murdoch. That's his name.
Trevor Murdoch. There you go.
Who don't like some Trevor Murdoch? Even though,
but ultimately, I'm just saying that, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's not coming for us. We're not gonna come for them. We not on that type of time. We just like to talk about wrestling. We crack out jokes, of course. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know shit like, oh, fuck JD, fuck Salamanca, go to hell. Nah.
I wish they would come after us. I would make their ass famous. I would.
Yeah, they did. Like, look, no, because I already know how you are, my dude.
Let JD come after me, boy.
I don't take JD seriously. I've already talked about him, man. It's just at the end of the day, he's just a guy. He's just trying to fulfill that YouTube ad revenue. That's all it is, man. It's a character. It's not real.
Yeah, just trying to get his money.
Yep.
Said JD from New York be bashing people too damn much, and he talks about people who doesn't agree with his takes or is also mimic disabled people when he's talking trash about Omos. He also hates Alexa Bliss for some reason. Well, oh boy.
He hates
the most shade I'll throw at him is that, you know, it's one thing to be like an actual legit hardcore fan and then like, you know, be a bandwagoner. Like he's not a real hardcore fan. Like I remember a couple of months back, this was like early in the year when Samoa Joe had a match on Dynamite against Minoru Suzuki, for the Ring of Honor TV title. And he was on Twitter and he called Suzuki a bum and a jobber. And like Twitter fucking lit him up. Like, do you not know that like calling Suzuki a jobber is like calling Jushin Thunder Liger a jobber? It's like calling Rey Mysterio a jobber, you know? He acted like
he couldn't take it.
Right? No, he tried to play it off like he knew who he was. He pretended, you know. So he got exposed that day.
That's the wrong place at exactly the wrong time.
He hates Baron Corbin. What I was about to say. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say.
Take your time.
No. Oh, no. Now I know what I was about to say. Oh, I just said it 3 damn times. Whoopsie. This might be outside of wrestling, but there's one person I hope throws shots at me. I'm going to light his ass up. Fizz Vegas. That dumb motherfucker.
Who?
Fizz Vegas. He's one of those radio personalities that be talking about football, but he does it in a ghetto way. And
really, like I just I was
just thinking about people taking shots at me. I wish they would. He's on my number one list. Jay Cargill, he's still my boo though. I don't listen to him
anymore. I used to hate that. I don't know if y'all heard of him. I think his name is Don Tony. I didn't care for him at all.
I left Don Tony alone a long time ago. Now that's what you call a WWE ball rubber.
Yeah,
he always trying to figure out a way to cape for them.
Yeah, I think it was Don Tony and Kevin Castle.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were like.
I don't
really
think Kevin
popular.
Castle fuck with him anymore. I don't know
Yeah,
what
they
happened.
don't. I remember like they had a podcast and like I gave it a few listens and it was like Kevin Castle could never say anything because Don Tony would just interrupt him at every possible point.
And then
all
his
they-
audio would sound crazy. Like, yo, that's supposed to
Right.
be your people's. Let them know, like, yo, my dude, your audio sound crazy. He just made sure his audio sounded better than his.
Are y'all Did y'all talk about this yet? But are y'all tracking what Chris Jericho said about CM Punk?
Yeah,
They called him
about
cancer.
Punk being a cancer.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's the title of this conversation right here. That's the title. That's why this is the title of the episode. So, what's your thoughts on that? Basically, it's like everybody's against Punk. CM Punk against the world. Everybody want this dude CM Punk to drown.
You know what? I think in more of a standpoint, Jericho's more pissed off as I think Jericho takes the role of executive, but he won't act like an executive. He's more of the veteran, and he wanted to see AEW succeed. And at one point, AEW was the most talked about positive show of them all. And then CM Punk came around. And the moment Punk came around, everything started to unravel. Him and the Cucamonga kids started fighting. Kenny Omega had beef with him. And then come to find out, the dude was lying about the whole incident at the video scrum. The dog wasn't even involved in it. So
Well,
he's lying.
I said the story was I didn't say it on the show, but on our chat, when I saw that Punk's version of the story, or from his camp, as the story goes, I said it was bullshit because one of the statements was saying that Punk was concerned about working with Hangman because he was worried that Hangman would shoot on him. And I said, wait a minute, Hangman, the guy that everybody likes, the guy that people have nothing but positive things to say, the guy that's never had any issues with anybody at any point in his wrestling career. And like, you're worried that this guy, of all people, like of all the people in AEW, that's just going to be like, fuck it, I'm just going to shoot on you for real. Not Bobby Fish, not Andrade, not
Eddie
Aleister
Kingston.
Black, not Eddie Kingston. Hangman, really? Like, he exposed himself after that. So, no.
Hangman did talk massive amounts of shit.
Well, here's the thing. How would you feel?
Yeah, he's a catalyst.
How would you feel if you one of the originals and someone who hasn't wrestled in 10 years gets pushed in the top spot out of nowhere?
I'll be pissed.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean. Go ahead.
But here's the thing.
I didn't hear the question. What was the question? What did you say, Scott?
I was like, how would you feel if you was one of the originals and you watch CM Punk just get a rocket shot up his ass, and then you got to be the one to drop the title? I would be pretty mad too. But the thing is this, those shoots, I think those were personal jabs at CM Punk every time he got in the ring. Like Eddie, no, not just him. I'm talking like Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston, yeah, those are all shoots. They hated Punk.
And it's just like really everything that CM Punk used to talk bad about, he became that. A political guy.
Well, that's
backstage influence. Yeah, but here's the thing.
But Punk already did that before, bro. Like, this is before AEW. You can take this as far back to UFC. Because when he was in WWE, his whole complaint was guys like The Rock and Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker and Batista, guys like that were just coming in and were getting big shots. But then when he left WWE, when he went to UFC, he did exactly that. Because, and I'm not a UFC guy, but I know to be on those UFC cards, you're supposed to work your way through the system. He didn't work his way through the system. He was getting big time fights on those UFC cards just because of his name. He was
because Dana White was desperate.
Right. So he was already a hypocrite even then, before AEW was even a pimple on a donkey's ass. So he already became what he hated as far back when he was doing the UFC stuff. So
back in the UFC,
yeah, because remember he was supposed to be that ultimate underdog, but he ended up, you know what I'm saying, being that
His shit don't stink.
What's that dude's name?
already
The bald
hated.
guy. What's the bald dude's name? The one who does the commentary for UFC. Joe Rogan. Yeah,
Joe Rogan.
What's his name again?
Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Joe Rogan.
That
yeah. I remember. I remember when Punk lost. When he lost his thing, the Rogan guy, he said that this guy shouldn't be on pay-per-view. This guy should be on Bellator or something, which I guess is like their developmental, for people, with less experience or whatever. I'm not a UFC guy, but that's what he was saying back then. He was basically saying that Punk was not ready to be on, because UFC. Right. And Punk just bypassed it all. So, even back then he was a hypocrite, even as far back as back then. So.
No, Punk remind me.
Now that you say that, do you think that he's going to show up in WWE when it's all said and done next year?
No, because he's not worth it.
Nope. Because somebody from the WWE that has big influence said, "Do not get him in. It'll be the worst mistake you'll ever make."
Oh please! If they could welcome back Hulk Hogan multiple times, they could welcome back CM Punk.
No, your question was next year. No,
next year. Yeah, next year.
No, that's a situation where like the heat's gonna have to cool off for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's just gonna die down by next year. It's not even that serious.
No, it's not. Look at Hogan, man. He's still booed. It's been years. No, it takes a long time.
But the difference is
Hogan did something worse.
Hogan still came back and apologized. Punk ain't apologizing to nobody.
You call that an apology? Hogan basically said, "Just don't get caught." That's what Hogan said.
The best part about Hogan was Vince was slick. Hogan tried to have him guest host with Titus. Like, oh, okay. If he's if we have him next to a black guy, they're not gonna boo him.
And all people, Titus O'Neil. So what? Just because Titus O'Neil think he's valid? The fuck out of here.
I remember Hogan apologizing. Hogan apologizing, and the New Day did not accept his apology. Speaking of that, Black Star, we said it before. Go on Peacock and find the Hall of Fame speech from 2019 when they put in the Butcher, what was his name? Brutus the Barber Beefcake, right? Yeah, Beefcake. The New Day, they were front row the whole show, and they were happy and they were energetic. But when Hogan came out, they looked pissed. They didn't clap. They weren't smiling. They looked like they wanted to beat up Hogan the whole time. So,
and that's a funny thing.
Because that's a great Woods. He didn't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what's the funny thing about that? They're the most, I guess you could say, they're mad at Hogan more about that whole ordeal, but they're like the most cooniest motherfuckers there, which makes it so funny.
Right. Big E is like super positive, and even Big E's like, fuck that dude.
Word. Ain't that funny?
I kind of want Big E to come back, though.
Wait, hold on.
Nice.
Let me.
I don't.
Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Marcus, I definitely appreciate your input. I really do. But can you please, with the random questions, can you please knock it off? I appreciate your input. I really do. But at least ask questions involving the content that we're talking about. I'll read this question right here, okay? I'll read this comment right here. Okay. He said, and then another thing too, my dude, you don't have to put my name. Just put your comment. Don't laugh. Stop laughing. You silly.
No, that always happens. So it ain't gonna change. That's okay though.
Yeah, just put the All you gotta do is just write down the comment. You don't have to put my name. Anyways, did y'all see Seth Rollins season bringing back his old blonde streak? It's a picture out there. I want to see it and his old second coming theme with the guitar screeching part in it. Now, if he's going back to the whole, I guess was that the preacher shit? When he was that preacher?
No, I believe it was the Authority.
The Authority. Yeah.
The Authority version.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Not last week. I think it was Tuesday. He had to change it because of the Nazi chick he was dating.
Yeah.
That was what happened. So.
Seems like it's
so that's what he's going to do. anything other than this dude coming into the ring looking like Crayola threw up on his outfits. Anything other than that.
Alone. That's the man right there.
He's the most entertaining part on Raw. Like, legitimately.
Used to his outrageous suit. That's Seth Rollins, man. Let him be.
Yeah, like it's all good, Marcus Brown. Just do it like that. You know what I mean? When you post a comment or whatever, we all could build on the comment. You know what I'm saying? It's not only for me, it's for everybody. I definitely appreciate the input.
No, but like, I remember this old like War Games pay per view. I think it was like '97, I believe. And like, there was a part where when Kevin Nash comes in to the War Games cage and he starts whooping everyone's ass, and like you could hear Tony Schiavone in the background like, "Who's left?" And he thinks about it for a couple of seconds. He goes like, "Mongo's left." Kevin Nash big boots his ass, big boots Mongo, and then Buff Bagwell stops, turns around, looks at the camera, and says, "Ha ha ha! Ha, we got him again."
Here comes Mongo.
Shouts go out to Mongo, man.
I like Mongo, man. I was a Mongo fan when I was a kid. I never got to hate.
I don't know about that one now. You on your own with that one.
Hey, I like Mongo.
I don't know why. I don't know why God's doing this to him, but just call him home, man. For real.
Yeah, it's really, really sad,
Two concussion heavy sports.
Come on, man.
No
Let him see the king, because that's ridiculous. He don't need to be going through that.
I didn't even know that I was on this wrestling tabloid site a couple of months ago. Apparently one of the more depressing pay-per-views to watch. I've never watched it from beginning to end. Apparently WrestleMania 6, that was Hogan Warrior. Apparently like over like a quarter of the card is like they're not here anymore.
Except for Hogan, right?
Yeah,
I think
I have to look through the card.
Still living.
Yeah, I can pull up the card now. I've never seen WrestleMania 6 from beginning to end. I've seen clips. Let me I'm gonna pull up the card now and see how many people were actually on that card. That was Hogan Warrior in the main event, right?
Yeah, the one in Toronto.
All right, let's see here.
You gotta look at it like this. It's not a bad thing. You gotta forget we're in our 40s.
I'm 35.
Okay. Okay. So the Rick Rude faced Jimmy Snuka. Okay, they're both gone.
Yeah, they're both dead.
Damn.
Big Boss Man defeated Akeem. Now I believe Akeem is still with us.
Yeah, Akeem is still around.
Yeah, the Groom is still with us.
Yeah, Akeem actually he's going around doing interviews right now.
Yeah, but Boss Man's gone. All right, got $1 Million Man versus Jake. They're both still here.
Yeah.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus Dino Bravo. Is Dino still with us?
Nah, he got.
I don't know. You forgot what happened with him?
They blew his brains out in Quebec.
Wait, was that the dude that got hit by the mafia?
Yeah.
Dino Bravo was he like Swiss cheese.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was before my time. All right, we got.
Dino killed himself because the mafia was. He believed.
He did kill himself. Yeah, let's keep it like that.
Oh no.
He did. Yeah, he shot himself. He shot himself multiple times.
We got Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire versus Macho Man and Queen Sherry.
All 40.
Randy. Is Sapphire gone?
Yeah, they all hanging out together. Damn. They all having a good time. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they're all gone. The Barbarian with Bobby Heenan defeated Tito. Well, Bobby's gone.
Barbarian's still alive.
Yeah. The Hart Foundation against Volkov and Boris. Let's see. Well, Jim Neidhart's gone.
Nikolai's still alive.
Nikolai's still here.
Bret Hart.
Nikolai Volkov. Yeah, he's still around.
Oh, Bad News Brown versus Roddy Piper. Yeah, they're both gone.
Both dead.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake versus Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect's gone.
Brutus is still
Damn,
alive.
there is a lot of deaths on this show. Jeez. Yeah, this is kind of depressing. Just go to this card.
Yeah. I don't even want to hear no more of that shit.
Yeah, I was just curious. My bad.
Man.
What about your
Just
boy,
like-
Sir? What was that commentator guy's name? Sir Alfred Hayes. My
That
British
was my
guy.
dude. Sir Alfred Hayes. He sounded way better than Wade Barrett. What's going on? It's SmackDown right here. My name is Wade Barrett.
Sir Alfred Hayes passed in 2005, unfortunately.
He passed on. That's all I'm saying. He sounded way better than Wade Barrett.
Sir Alfred Hayes came from Wales, so that's why he sounds so distinguished. Barrett
This
from
dude Wade Barrett.
He's from Liverpool.
Well, Alfred Hayes sound distinguished. How does Wade Barrett sound? Extinguished?
No, like he been fighting in the alleys. He's different.
It's like, how are you doing over there? My name is Wade Barrett.
I got some.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's a damn shame he couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah,
he is actually he teased. He actually teased saying that he has one more bull hammer left in him.
Yeah,
basically said he could come back in the ring anytime. I'd rather him do that than be in the commentator's table. Like, my dude, you do not need to be on the commentator. Your voice, yo, my dude. No.
Just give him time, Stan, man. Just give him time. He'll get into it. Let's give him let's wait for the rest of the year.
Are you serious? I've been listening to this dude talk ever since he was on NXT.
Let's wait until like the beginning of next year. If he still is doing that, then
look how he's doing that. Like, why did he talk like, yo, my dude? Like,
he'll be back at NXT to begin the year. Everybody's forgetting that Pat McAfee is still around.
Yo, Marcus is funny. He said off-topic question there. My dude, all your questions is off-topic. Marcus Brown is crazy. Shouts out to Marcus Brown, though.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
What's up with my girl Jade? She okay? You didn't hurt her feelings?
Jay Cargill?
Yeah.
She chasing Nyla Rose.
Yeah, she did a promo while she was working out. It was pretty cool. That was different.
Hey, her Instagram page is fucking amazing. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh boy, wasn't you hating on her not so long ago? What happened?
No, I said I love her as a woman. I want her to do better.
No, man, Scott's on that Booker T Fave 5 shit. Remember when Booker T changed his Fave 5 like every other week?
No. I said I always loved Jade Cargill.
No, you didn't. You couldn't stand Jade Cargill, my guy.
No. I love her as a woman. She's so attractive. She looks phenomenal. I just wish her wrestling got better. Now that she has been off TV for a while, that kind of kills the heat a little bit, which is a good thing.
Well, dude, she's always on TV. What's the last time she was on TV?
She's not wrestling.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you can say that. Right.
So you can tell, like, she's working out. She's perfecting herself. She got the body of a goddess. But is she ready to go against the big time prime meets like a Sasha Banks or a Bianca Belair?
Remember when Alexa Bliss called herself?
To me, Jade Cargill's perfect matchup would be Raquel Rodriguez.
Ooh,
yeah,
two left feet. You sure about that? Two left feet people wrestling each other?
Remember when Alexa Bliss referred to herself as the goddess when she's like, small as fuck. Imagine if Jade referred to herself as the black goddess. Oh my god, Twitter would explode.
Oh yeah, cancel culture.
Okay, now this is more like it, Marcus. This is more like it. You said that Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair as a tag team will be fire. Who would y'all have as their female manager? I'll pick Lash Legend.
She don't need a manager. They don't.
I'll pick Lash Legend as their manager.
It'll never happen.
No.
But I think Jade and Sasha Banks would be a great match. It would never happen though, sadly.
Jade, if you're gonna pin Jade Cargill and
Bianca
Belair
Belair
together, you got to put a mouthpiece like Paul Heyman if he still got it in.
I also think that if they actually gave it time and they didn't rush it, I think Jade and Athena would be a good match if they gave it time. But they rushed that shit at All Out or whatever fucking show.
Yeah, they just wanted to give Jade that body. Yeah, she just needed that body.
I believe the perfect manager for that tag team is Montez Ford. He could talk.
Oh hell no!
You know what? I gotta take an L here.
That's a good choice right there. Not bad.
I gotta take an L. A lot of fans don't admit when they're wrong. Big ups to Montez's partner,
Angelo, right? He's been stepping up big time. Yeah.
Angelo. I remember when
I'm glad he asked because remember, motherfuckers they were sleeping on this dude like he was a bum. Like, nah, both of them could go.
When I first saw Angelo in NXT, this was like a while back. He was in a match with Austin Aries. And I had two questions. I was like, number one, why is Austin Aries fighting Angelo Dawkins? Number two, who the fuck is Angelo Dawkins? I just wasn't impressed with him at all.
I don't think Angelo Dawkins wants to take over the spotlight. He's content with Montez.
Anyway, I just want to compliment him.
But what has Montez Ford been doing lately?
Oh, he's hurt.
He's hurt.
Yeah,
he injured his foot.
Ain't it time to put that healer's
I just
turn?
wanted to applaud him. He's lost some weight. He's put on some muscle. You know, another guy who's also lost a lot of weight and he's in great shape, and you barely see him in AEW, and he's not a big name or anything. The Butcher. You know, the Butcher and the Blade. The Butcher.
Oh yeah, he goes okay.
Yeah, that guy. Look at the Butcher when they first came to AEW, and like look at him now. Dude's hella slim. He's lost like 30 pounds. Great shape.
They fucked him up.
They fucked him up. They should have kept Jake Roberts there.
No, Jake Roberts wasn't with them.
He wasn't with
Archer, right?
Jake Roberts was with Lance Archer.
Okay.
Yeah, that should have kept. That should have stayed.
They fed him. They fed him to Moxley.
With Jake the Snake, he couldn't do that shit no more. He's sick.
Yeah.
He's sick. What do you mean he's sick?
Man, he's got an oxygen tank on him now.
He can't walk around without the oxygen tank now. He's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The best they could do. Yeah, he wanted to do more. He wanted to do more, but to TK's credit, TK was like, no. And it wasn't because of Jake. It was because that was when COVID got really bad. And, you know, Jake was at risk, and so TK didn't want to risk it. So.
And then remember, even during COVID, Jake was still around.
Right.
Yeah, he was.
I honestly think Jake's ready to go. He's been on this earth for a long time.
Yo, my dude, relax. Come on, man. Don't do that. Nah, that's not nice. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not saying it's not
you
nice.
wildin'.
Some people really are ready to go to sleep.
My dude, like, don't do that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Relax. Jesus.
But you know what? In reference to Jake and what we were talking about earlier, I think Bray Wyatt really was inspired by Jake. The difference, though, is when you look at Jake, when Jake cuts the promo, he never raised his voice. He always talked in a calm manner.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
He was always giving eye contact. But the number one thing that Jake does better, and I think Bray just never got it, when Jake would laugh, he would only laugh like at the end of the promo, and that's it. But when he was doing his promos, he was laughing like every other sentence, like a Power Rangers villain. I just couldn't take him seriously.
Come on, I love Bray Wyatt.
Jake would smirk.
Because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is Bray talking about, and the crowd just be.
You gotta follow those buzzards, yo.
I'm telling you, Bray Wyatt has the following.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt. Yeah, you got it right.
Bray Wyatt. Yep. Bray Wyatt has the following of what's his damn name? Famous serial killer, Charles Manson.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going.
I think that he's inspired by Charles Manson.
I got a question.
Except he ain't gotten people killing.
This dude Marcus Brown said Montez Ford will be a future WWE champion.
Yeah, if you put on
2 or 3 years, dude got potential for more.
He's got a better chance.
Especially-
He's got a better chance now that Vince is gone, because Vince would be like, yeah, put on some muscles, yeah. But Triple H will just be like, you good.
Montez is extremely athletic.
Yeah.
He needs to calm
But he
down.
needs for him to be a singles, he's missing something. He would need, and I think it's that Bianca Belair. Like, you know what I mean? I think being a heel will be the way to go. People say like him being the face.
He got to get out of Bianca Belair.
I think I'm going to.
So you want him to turn on Angela?
I'm going to put this on Vince. My only knock on them is when I look at the popularity of the Acclaimed and AEW, I feel like there's no reason why the Street Profits have been tag team champions, but like they never felt like they were as big as they could have been. You know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly what you mean.
You know why the Acclaimed is so popular?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're the only openly gay wrestlers that did it right.
Well, that's fair.
Isn't one of them bisexual?
I think both of them are gay. I think both.
I know Anthony Bowen.
Well,
I know Anthony
practically,
Bowen's gay.
they are both gay, but this dude, Max Caster, he goes both ways.
Yeah, so
I just look at the Street Profits, and it's like they're both young, they're both black, they're both marketable. I just feel like WWE could have done a lot more with them, because like when I go online, like even now in this roundtable, everyone's just talking about, man, we just want to see that Montez singles run. It's like, yeah, but like, have we really squeezed everything we could have as Street Profits? Like, I feel like there's more they could do as a team. They could be a lot bigger as a team. They don't feel like a big team. They just feel like a team. And I feel like they could more.
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead.
I don't think they're in the right company.
Where do you think they should go?
I think they would be mega stars if they were AEW. They
Why do you think that?
They fit the crowd mode. The crowd really would get hyped when it comes to the Street Profits if they was in AEW. And then you think about it then you got AEW will be going to war with the Acclaim.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
The thing is, WWE fans they're not fans. They're a bunch of tourists that just there to say, I went to a WWE event.
Yeah, they're more about casual.
Oh, so you think it's the fan base more so than the company?
Yeah.
There's more casuals than actual wrestling fans at a WWE event. I agree.
And they spend more time on their cell phones than watching the match, so they don't appreciate the Street Profits.
That's fair. All right.
NXT fans got it because all those NXT fans are now AEW fans.
But they never won the NXT tag titles though.
Yes, they did.
They did.
They won it once. It was a ladder match.
NXT
Takeover Brooklyn.
Yeah. It was a very brief run. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I remember that match. They did win. It was very brief. It wasn't long.
And around that time, the crowd was lit. When they went in the crowd, and with the solo cups and all that, it was lit. That entrance was lit as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I thought they should have stayed in NXT longer, and I thought that Matt Riddle should have stayed in NXT a little bit longer. I thought he should have been champion.
I don't really think so. Not
the
this
War
dude.
Matt Riddle's hitting
the War Raiders shouldn't.
I think Matt Riddle came up at the right time.
The War Raiders shouldn't have been rushed. They should have stayed in NXT.
Yeah.
Yo, you remember that? Oh man, when the War Raiders, when they did that big entrance, when they went up against Aleister Black and Ricochet, man.
The Vikings? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool entrance.
Good fuck, yo. Like, that was good shit.
Yeah, man. I was a big fan of them as War Machine in the Indies. Great. And what's cool about them, too, is those are two big dudes. There's not that many big man tag teams in any companies. And they're just there in WWE. WWE hasn't really used them at all.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, they somewhat of a liability now because they keep getting hurt.
Yeah.
Them versus
they're not in
Red
shape
Dragon was a great series of matches.
Mm-hmm.
I can't give up. I can't ride with that name, Red Dragon. It just don't feel the same.
I like those other dudes. What were they called? The Authors of Pain. I like them.
Oh, they couldn't stay healthy either.
Weren't they supposed to start a wrestling?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, like somebody.
I know they couldn't speak English very well, but I was impressed with their in-ring work.
Yeah, they couldn't speak English. Wasn't there. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, peace to the Henny God. Was goody.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, River. You
Man,
trying to get up from the couch?
Nah, something's poking me. And it's hitting my... I know, man. Damn.
That's why Kyrie and Asuka couldn't get over. They both can't speak English. Like Asuka can speak a sentence. That's it.
I think Asuka ready to go home.
Hey, there will be no kind of slander here on this roundtable. Sorry, I'm a connoisseur. Ignore me.
Just a little tad bit of slander. It's a tad bit.
Did we talk about our favorite trash trios? I mean, the so-called talented Io Shirai and freaking Dakota Bum. I mean, Dakota.
Yeah, they flowed up Shit's Creek.
Yeah.
Page is one good mess up away.
Can't stand Dakota.
Hey man, to be fair, and I wish John was here because John could vouch for me. I've said it for years. Bailey was never any good. So
man, look at Bailey. Bailey reminds you of that hot auntie. You better leave her alone. Shit.
Bailey by herself was never any good. I'll stick to that.
You wildin'. Bailey held the whole company down on her back during the pandemic.
No, man. She always had Sasha to make her look good. By herself, she could never do anything, bro.
She was
Sasha
doing great
just happened to be there.
Yeah.
Her going through that metamorphosis was big time.
All her best runs, Sasha was involved with it. She was at no point can you
not at first
in her career when she
when Bailey went through a metamorphosis, it was all about her.
She snapped on Charlotte when she went through her metamorphosis.
Okay, and
it's not. Sasha Banks plays no role when it comes to Bailey. Stop giving Sasha Banks.
I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say she plays no role. I wouldn't say that.
Sasha.
You nailed denial.
Sasha Banks.
But I definitely would say she definitely made herself.
Sasha only known for taking her ball and going home.
Oh man, I guess you don't like Stone Cold then.
Well, let me tell you what. Stone Cold was at the downhill of his career at that point. We all know he wasn't the same after his neck went out.
I ain't gonna lie, he a bitch though. What he did, like he didn't want to do the job to Bork Laser.
Honestly, I think it worked out in the end because sometimes, like, you ever sometimes just like you fantasize like a match, like how would this have gone? I try to visualize like Stone Cold against like imagine Stone Cold doing the job to like 2003, Baby Oil, Randy Orton. I can't see it. I
think
like he did do the right thing.
I think Stone Cold was afraid to get in the ring with Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think he was afraid.
I think so too. I agree.
It wasn't about him jobbing. I think he was afraid to get in the ring with him.
Because Lesnar was dangerous around that time. He was very dangerous.
Especially them damn power bombs.
Like, I used to cringe when he had beef with the Hardy Boys. I thought he was gonna kill one of them motherfuckers.
Why in the fuck was Austin in a King of the Ring qualifier anyway?
Right.
That was a never made any sense.
You right though. Like, what the fuck are you doing with the King of the Ring?
I know the story of it. It wasn't the fact that Austin didn't mind letting Brock Lesnar go over. What he didn't like was, why the fuck am I in a King of the Ring match? Right. What is that gonna do for us?
Right.
I thought he didn't want to put him over because there was no story behind
it. Creative was weird.
There was no story to the King
Creative was weird for Austin around that time, because I asked the question to Sandman because, you know, one of the most iconic segments of that era was the Booker T grocery store beatdown brawl, right? Really funny stuff. And I've said this for years. As many segments as they did, Booker and Austin never had a proper blow-off match on pay-per-view. I don't
that would have been a good match.
Austin wasn't clear to wrestle.
So the segments were just something they did to kill time?
Yeah.
That's fair, but they still should have did a one-on-one match on a pay-per-view.
Because remember, the invasion happened after Did the invasion happen? Did the invasion happen before that WrestleMania match or after that WrestleMania match?
It was after.
But it was Summer 01, right?
No. I take that back. Austin was wrestling, but
it depends on which time you're talking about. Which
The invasion was the summer of 2001, you know, because WCW died during the spring. You know, then the invasion ended at Survivor Series 2001. And I remember Booker and Stone Cold were having their program during the winter. I remember a church segment, you know.
Yeah, that was definitely after the invasion. That was like Stone Cold's first beef after the invasion.
Right. The only thing I remember is Booker and Austin were in the ring at the Rumble. Booker did his spinneroonie, and then after he was done during the spinneroonie, Austin gave him a stunner, and Booker just fell over the top rope, and that was it. And there was never like a one-on-one match or anything, not on a Raw or a SmackDown or a pay-per-view or anything. I was like, wait, did they ever have a match? And I started searching for it, and I was like, they never did.
Booker T.
Nope, because that's when The Rock came up and he said, the only thing I didn't do was whoop that bald candy ass.
Well, you guys said Blackstone?
Booker T screwing Stone Cold out of the undisputed title.
Yeah, he did do that, right. It seemed like they should have had a match like at whatever the February pay-per-view was. That would have been No Way Out, right? When the NWO came back.
Nope.
I believe so.
Unfortunately, that Austin was already hurt, and he already had in his mind his last match was going to be with The Rock.
Wait, you're getting 02 and 03 confused, dude. This is 02.
Yeah. Remember, 02 was going down in the early, like November, December, and then the Royal Rumble came. Remember, the Austin thing didn't last that long.
Yeah.
And that following pay-per-view was when the undisputed title was going on. It was in Toronto. Austin wrestled The Rock, and that was no more for Austin. He was done. He couldn't wrestle no more. Now remember, Austin came back a year later, but he didn't wrestle. He was just playing.
Yeah, he was a co-GM.
Yeah, a GM or something like that. Yeah.
I remember those.
Sheriff Austin.
Austin was too hurt. I
always remember the segment where Batista got in his face and he was like, "I think you're a goddamn coward." And I get blinked it out. Austin like he wanted to beat him up for real. I remember that.
You know what? To this day, I can't get anytime I think of Batista, give me what I want, Hunter. Paul.
Yeah, that sounded crazy. And there's no King Booker slander on this round table. Don't make me perturbed.
Yo, since you brought that up, Scott, that Batista Triple H shit, that was fucking dumb. That was ass backwards.
King Booker.
Here's the thing: Triple H didn't know when to stop wrestling, and neither did Batista.
None of them don't know when to fucking stop.
They had a
You know, it's a funny thing. You know that match was like 25 minutes. I'm like, yo, did y'all really need that long?
That shit was brutal.
Yeah, you can tell.
Triple H barely made it out that match. You could tell Batista was helping them.
Yeah, you can tell who's been influenced by Triple H. I remember like right before they left for AEW when Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, I forgot what takeover. I think it may have been the last takeover. They had like a street fight, something like that. They had like a match that went like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And I was like, really, bro? That shit didn't have to go 35 minutes. Triple H has that bad habit. If you look at a lot of Triple H matches, all his biggest matches, they go like 10 minutes, a little too long.
Yeah, for no fucking reason. Like my dude.
That ain't nothing. You remember Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa damn near 30 minutes in an empty arena?
But it was a good match, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good match, but I was like, God damn, that's long.
I don't think they went that. They didn't go that long, did they?
Yes, they did.
Maybe it seemed
about a
longer
half
because
hour.
there were no fans. Maybe that's why it seemed longer. There was no people reacting to anything, you know?
Candice went heel that night.
Yeah. The one I always remember is the Hell in a Cell with Shawn. What was it, Bad Blood or whatever? That went like over an hour. That was ridiculous.
35 minutes. That was a 35-minute match. I thought Shawn Michaels was going to get put back into retirement after that match.
Well, I'm out to fall back because I got to wake up early tomorrow. Fucking, So, yeah, next week Thursday, B, I'm doing a watch party for motherfucking Crown Jewel. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can pull up, that'll be awesome.
All right.
Well, other than that, I'm gonna go live Tuesday at 9 or 10 Central. I mean, excuse me, 10 Eastern, 9 Central.
You might get your wish, or somebody, Bianca gonna lose the title.
You know what? I don't know. It's like I don't want Bianca to lose the title because I like what they're doing. They making her into a dominant black female champion, which is something they never did before. But it's like, Bailey, they did all this with Bailey. They put together the stable with Bailey and making her look like a fucking chump. And, it's not only going to hurt Bailey, it's going to hurt Io and Kai also.
There is no saving Kai. Stop.
Well, to Bianca, the last thing I'll say is, a lot of times in WWE, sometimes things are planned, and then sometimes they just, happen that way. The Undertaker's streak was not planned. It was just one day somebody noticed, hey, Taker's undefeated at Mania. If you look at Bianca's Mania record, she's 2-0. Her first appearance was against Sasha. That was for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Sasha was the champ. She was the challenger. And then her second appearance this year was against Becky for the Raw Women's Champion. Becky was the champion.
And shit, did she even lose this year? I think she only lost once this year.
You know what?
Right. So the point I'm making is that 2 years in a row, she's beaten 2 of the 4 horsewomen. So if you want to do that story, you could have Bailey win, have Bianca chase, and then have her face Bailey at Mania. There's a story where you can say she beats a horsewoman every year at Mania, But sometimes things happen.
Bianca Belair is 32 years old.
You can't hear us?
I think it's time for her to leave so she can have so Montez Ford can finally give her first baby.
Marcus Brown said he couldn't hear. What do you mean? You said, okay, gang, I'll see y'all Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and turn the volume up on the show so we can hear it. What are you talking about?
Oh, no.
I can hear you guys. Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you perfectly fine. So, Bianca's only 33 years old. I think it's time for her to go home, have her first baby, and then she come back.
Oh, come on, bro. You don't know what people want. They could be having all kinds of things.
You name me one woman who don't want to be a mother.
I know a lot of women that don't want to be mothers.
Yeah, that's there. Yeah, that's
yeah.
I know a lot of people.
Circles,
yeah,
bro.
me too.
I'm sorry. Bianca Montez Ford got 2 beautiful kids. You don't think while she sees her
Okay, Marcus, I got
children, you don't think Bianca don't want to have a child of her own? Come on now. They ain't like they getting divorced.
The world's crazy, bro. There's a lot of chicks out there that have no interest having kids.
I'm sorry. Bianca looks like she ready. She looked like she did everything she can do. It's time for her to get a well-deserved swan song off to the sunset. Let her be a mother and she can come.
Damn, you acting like it's the end of her career. You said a swan song.
you have to like see the Great Moolah or somebody.
Like it's time for you to retire. Go off and be barefoot and pregnant.
No, I just think the wrestling world is unfair to women because a lot of them do want to be mothers, but it
is. But that's what I'm saying. Like I had to somewhat refrain what I said from the last show. It is unfair to women or whatever, but look what they do with Bianca Belair. They're actually building something special with her. She's like the first ever black dominant female that they ever did in WWE history. What black female has been a reigning as champion for this long? Dominant.
To be fair, they didn't really have that many black chicks to begin with.
Right, exactly.
So
they could have did it with did it with Jazz, but they didn't do it with her either.
Yeah.
But come on,
they should do.
Are you being a little selfish? Let her go home, man. Let her take a break.
Well, that's not being selfish. It's not being selfish at all.
Jazz was way too soon. If somebody like Jazz came now, she would be like a champion longer than Shayna and Asuka combined. You know, but it just didn't exist back then, unfortunately. You know,
she was in the wrong era because they just wanted Barbie dolls and sex appeal. Even though Jazz wasn't no ugly woman back then.
Mm-hmm.
What they should do, to be honest, is that they should run it back with Bianca and Sasha in LA.
Yeah, we never did get that rematch, did we? Yeah, we never did.
Makes perfect sense.
No, they didn't. The WrestleMania rematch, no.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think they want to do it, honestly.
There's just
you know what? There's just some things that were so magical that you don't want to tarnish it with a second match.
Oh, please. You're talking about WWE here.
I know. That's what I said.
I actually agree with him. And
I agree with him also, but you know how WWE is. If it works once, let's do it again and 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 again.
And I feel like what you just said,
they don't need to touch each other.
Well, what you just said, I feel like that's why Bayley's in this position she's in. Because to this day, everybody still wets themselves over one match that she had with Sasha at an NXT takeover in Brooklyn. And people still can't get over that fucking match. And it's like you're never gonna replicate that match. Ever. Move on.
The best thing they had was Bianca and Sasha. Leave it alone. It's Rhea Ripley's time.
Yeah.
It is. You're right.
Yeah.
And we're gonna end it on that note, B. Rhea Ripley's time, B. I'll catch y'all next week. You already know the vibes. Tuesday night.
Amen. God bless.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts go out to you, my dude, Black Star. Hopefully you pull up again and tell a friend.
All right.
Peace up with the fuku.
Goodbye.